Outcome or win is death by the other animal, or so injured to the point to where they are collapsed on the ground.
Activists speak out following a massive animal fighting investigation. Good afternoon to you. I'm Susan Dinkle. It's Friday, May 24th. Just yesterday, the ASPCA and the Indiana Gaming Commission raided properties in Morgan and Owen counties. And during that raid, more than 600 dogs and birds were rescued. News 10's Jordan Kudish spoke with local animal activists today, and they say it's an under-the-radar issue impacting the Hoosier State more than people realize.
Susie, the pit bulls were weighed down with heavy chains. They were also housed in a manner consistent with dog fighting and breeding. That's according to the ASPCA. Officials also say more than 600 roosters were physically altered for cockfighting. 2 semis were brought in to transport the animals to an undisclosed location to get them the medical treatment that they need. That's the sound of companionship from a loyal animal. In this case, it's the sound of fear from hundreds of animals subjected to animal fighting. Mackenzie Smokestad is an animal lover and activist. It's a topic that hits close to home for her. Her rescue dog, Otis, has a similar past.
You can just tell the trauma that he's lived through, and he has the scars, and it's so disheartening that even when my mom will take a broom out of the closet to sweep the floor, he'll get a little jittery and scared. Just to see this innocent animal shivering in fear over something so normal. So you can only imagine what he's lived through and seen.
What we often don't see is the rehabilitation of these animals.
Animal fighting is absolutely horrible. I don't understand why people still do it. It is illegal. Not only is it illegal, but how could you morally do that to an animal?
Sarah Valentine is the manager of the Terre Haute Humane Society. She's seen the abuse firsthand.
There's going to be a lot of evaluations that are going to have to go on. They're going to have to do a lot of temp testing with the dogs just to see to where they are. Are they rehabilitable or not? So it's just it's always going to be a one day at a time and sometimes a one moment at a time just to see how they're going to do in the end.
It's a concept that most people have a hard time making sense of.
I don't know if they're doing it for sport, if they're doing it for money, but there are so many other ways and vessels that we can channel that energy into instead of putting animals' lives in danger and the expense of their lives.
Martin Anderson was arrested in connection to this case. He faces 1 count of purchasing an animal to be used in animal fighting contest. If convicted, he faces up to 2.5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Now coming up at 6, I'll have more reaction from animal activists and ways that you can help put an end to animal fighting. Back to you.